Jon, one more game in Cameron. I guess a lot's going through your mind, right?
Yeah, it's obviously a lot racing through on the mind, a lot of things, with interviews and people talk to you, a lot of memories come back, but I'm really just trying to focus on the game and just look at it as another game, a game to win a championship, and I'm not trying to make any more out of it.
Did you talk about trying to pace yourself tomorrow, even just getting to 9 o'clock? What will you do throughout the day to just make sure that you don't get too amped too early?
Yeah, that's something I've really thought about a lot because there's a lot going on, and you want to enjoy the moment. You want to be around game days here, and you want to be around the students who are out there. But I'm really going to try to sleep if I can and lay around just to save my energy because obviously it'll be emotional, tomorrow night, and you just want to try to save as much of that as you can because I know I'm going to play a lot of minutes and it's going to be a tough game, and so you just want to be ready to go. So I'm really going to try to just stay in tomorrow and try to enjoy it afterwards.
You can take a similar approach than when you went home to Chicago. Obviously, that worked for you.
No, that's definitely a similar approach. I'm really, I have a lot of family here. They understand. I'm really not going to be going out with them a lot. They're going to be here Sunday, and Sunday is my day to be with friends and family and soak it up. But up until then, I want to be with the students a little bit after practice today. But after that, I just want to, do what I did in Chicago, basically.
Jon, what kind of interaction you had with the kids out front of the walk-up line so far?
With the walk-up line, just seeing them up walking, back and forth between campus, and obviously there's a lot of people out there already, so it's pretty exciting.
Dinner last night, how was that? Did you, reminisce with that, allow yourself to do that?
Yeah, we just had a really good time, and talked about some great memories, talked about some not so great memories, and how we got to where we are and what we need to do moving forward, and just had a relaxing night, and it was good.
You haven't beaten these guys here in your career. How important is it for you guys to wipe that from your record?
Well, it's definitely, you don't want anyone to beat you on your home court, so for us, obviously there's no doubt that we want to turn that tide, and especially as seniors, we want to do a lot of things this year, coming into the year to set it up for the younger guys moving forward. And that's one of the things we want to do.
They're saying that all the pressure's on you guys because you've got a lot to play for, and they're just kind of playing out the string. You believe that?
We have a lot at stake, and we definitely don't look at it as pressure. Since we've been in this position in first place in the ACC, we've looked at every game we play in as an opportunity to play in a big game, and you want to be in big games, and you want to have championships on the line. So for us, it's not about pressure. It's about a great opportunity, and we want to just try to take that.
Jon, you said when you had dinner, y'all talked about how you got here. Can you reflect on that a little bit for us, and especially talk about coming in as a freshman on a very young team and starting that year?
Yeah, for all of us, Brian, Lance, myself, Jordan, when we were talking about memories, we were talking about breaking points for us, and Lance talked about an instance where he didn't feel like he was in good enough shape, and he ended up almost passing out from a conditioning drill we were doing. You were saying from that moment he changed, and you see Lance now, and he never looks tired. He's always trying to win every sprint, and there's a similar thing for me. I looked at last year's game playing at Clemson. That was a big moment for me because I hated the way I looked, hated the way I played, and from that point I really used that to never go back to that. And I think for all of us, those are things we talked about, and those are moments you need to have to become better.
You never really had a senior class to look up to. Was that difficult for you? Do you feel like you had the learning curve was a little different?
Yeah, I think especially as freshmen that was different for us, and that's something we talked about even last night, just how we had to learn it on our own a little bit. So, I think it's made us better, not having that, but, obviously as freshmen and sophomores it helps, having someone to look up to.
Jon, can you talk a little bit about how the team has sort of developed and changed throughout the year? Obviously, Zubek is starting to play a lot more. He's under the starting lineup. Mason's gradually gotten more and more acclimated to the team. How is that improvement, how has that been on the team?
Yeah, well, it's been really good. Since the beginning of the year, I've said that this team has a really high ceiling. With Miles and Mason especially, those guys, being young, they have a lot of room to grow still. I mean, they have a lot of talent, really good players. And, from the beginning, I've known that they can really help us a lot. And, with, Brian especially, the way he's helped us as of late has really added a lot to our team. His development and his confidence, you can see, has just grown and made a huge difference to our team.
How many times have you been asked this year if you're playing so many minutes that you're tired?
I've been asked that a bunch, and every time I've said no, and I'll still say no. I'm not. I could play, as many minutes, and I feel this is what I prepared for, my whole life to do. And there's never a time in a game where I feel I'm winded, and I feel good.
Do you get tired of getting asked if you're tired?
I get more tired of that than getting tired of a game. That's no question.
Have you already had that question this week?
No, I haven't. Yeah.
Have you also been questioned a lot about being comfortable as a point guard?
Yeah, I've been asked more about that, and that's. I mean, I don't know if I don't look comfortable out there or what, but I'm comfortable.
This is the three straight years that you guys have had a chance to win the championship on the last night of the season. Is there hunger because the last two didn't happen the last 2 years?
Absolutely, and I think there is a little bit of frustration. We want to win. We want to win on Wednesday night, and we were pretty angry about it. And I think Coach mentioned to us, use that anger. Don't be frustrated. Use that anger and move forward with it. Till Saturday night, and that's something. Use the anger. You haven't beat these guys here, and that's something we need to do. Come out angry tomorrow night and really just play with that type of emotion.
All right, anything else?
Thank you.